Sir, I'm looking lang at the chronology of events dun sa PDP-Laban. Yun nga, di ba? Earlier, the party passed a resolution urging the President Duterte to choose his own presidential candidate, which is also unusual in a sense. It's unusual. And then the party nga today announces that Duterte is going to be the vice presidential candidate nominee kahit wala pang presidential candidate. So apparently, as far as the party is concerned, mas importante sa partido na si Rodrigo Duterte ay maging vice-presidente. That appears to be more important to the party than getting a president in place or getting a president to move forward with his candidacy. Exactly what role is the party expecting President Duterte to play if he wins as vice president? Kasi parang alam mo yun, yung parang medyo bumabaliktad ng mundo eh.
Hindi po, ganito naman eh. We all know, we recognize the leadership of the president. Yung leadership niya mismo, yung presence niya mismo draws a lot of things eh. A lot of things happen, presence niya. And actually, he unifies the party, he strengthens the party. We recognize him as the leader of the party. And we recognize him to be the one to continue what the party started. Yan po yung nangyari rito eh. We see his overwhelming popularity. Kung ano yung sinabi niya, sinusundan ng tao. That's why we recognize him as a leader. So, I understand what you're saying, Sir Ed, na dapat presidente, ito dapat yung nasusunod. Ito yung vice president. But the moral ascendancy of the president is so strong that we cannot discount it eh. So, yung po yung tinitingnan natin dito eh. So,
yes, sir.
Kaya yung tama po yung chronology of events, ang una talaga naming pinasa is for the president to run as vice president and for him to choose his running mate. Pero nung nag-uusap na po kami internally, he recognized also the process. So that's why we make a nomination also that we are nominating Senator Bongo. Total, siya naman yung kasama niyo matagal, work with you for a long time. So if he will listen, we will give great weight to what he will say. So in the meantime po kami ngayon, we're still waiting pa rin. If Senator Bongo will also hit to the call for him to run for president. And probably the president and Senator Bongo will also have their own time to talk kung paano po ang gagawin natin dito. So sa nangyayari po sa partido.
Yes, sir. But sir, that brings me to my other question, which is kung manalo si Bongo at si Rodrigo Duterte as president and vice president, who is going to be in charge? Who is going to call the shots?
Well, the president will be in charge, but we have a strong leader in the person of the vice president, President Duterte, a strong moral compass na magbibigay sa kanya and a guidance also. So it's really a combination eh. Ito po yung tinitingnan namin dito. That's why this is really unique because we are forming a formidable team. A team who've been working together and working effectively and doing a lot of things for the government and for the people.
Sir, I'll ask the question again a bit more bluntly. Basically, ang na-envision nyo, ang tinatanong is, don't you see that in reality what will happen is that if it's a President Bongo and a Vice President Duterte, it will be a de facto President Duterte?
It is that, but the President Duterte will have a strong say. Ibig sabihin, meron siya nitong leadership eh. Whatever experience, whatever, it will be some sort of a joint leadership. And it's a party. What we're really pushing is as a party leadership eh. These people are the strong personalities ng party. So we're trying to develop that sense of leadership dito po sa atin.
But isn't that giving to the vice president authority and power more than is given to the vice president by the Constitution?
Not necessarily giving an authority. Tsaka ang tinitingnan po natin dito eh, we don't see anything wrong with that as long as what you're doing is what is right and what will serve what is good for the country. So yung po yung tinitingnan namin dito.
What about on the aspect, and we've asked this before, but now that it's really crystallized, on the aspect lang of, I mean, you say that we don't see anything wrong because it can work, because it could help. But on the aspect that constitutionalists and legalists are looking at, which is basically that it's a circumvention of the spirit of the Constitution.
Well, ano po ba yung intent ng Constitution, di ba? The Constitution itself is there to protect what is the welfare of the people. So if at the end of the day, this one is not really violative of the Constitution and if it work for the greater good of the people, then this is something that is good and that is something that should be accepted.
Ang iba-violate niya yung single term limit. If we're going to define it by the greater good, who's
No,
going
but
to define that?
he will not be a president. How can there be a violation of a single term limit? He is acting as a vice president. There's nothing wrong to be a vice president with a strong say, and if what he is saying is something that will be good for the majority.
But you're expecting a constitutional, at least a legal challenge. Kasi sinasabi ng constitutionalist, there's no stopping the president from, for example, be saying he's incapacitated and letting the president take over. And it could set a precedent, baka gawin to ng mga susunod pa. It will keep someone in power forever kasi wala namang term limit yung
But that's actually a legal issue that was not addressed. Well, there's no strong prohibition. Kasi tingnan po ninyo, si President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, she ran we allowed her to run in Congress. And she was elected the Speaker of the House. In the line of succession, the Speaker of the House is there. Number 4 po yan. So if that is the case, then if you want to stretch the argument, then we stretch it that way. Sana hindi natin din po pinayagan.
Bago naman makarating sa speaker yun, kailangan mawala.
Hindi po pwede yun because there's still a possibility. Hindi natin pwede sabihin yung argumento na yun. Let's just stick to the argument na there is a violation of the line of succession. Ay, ando doon din po yun.